Something extraordinary is happening across Africa's energy landscape. For decades, the continent's story has been one of power shortages, unreliable grids, and untapped potential. But now, between 2026 and 2030, a wave of massive energy projects is rewriting that story. These aren't just scattered projects. They mark Africa's rise as one of the world's most exciting energy frontiers. What makes this moment stunning isn't only the scale, billions in investments, thousands of megawatts of new electricity, but the vision behind it. Governments, international investors, and energy companies are teaming up to build infrastructure that doesn't merely light up homes, but powers entire economic revolutions across the continent. So, what exactly is changing? Let's take a closer look at some of the landmark projects transforming Africa's power grid between 2026 and 2030 and why they matter for Africa and for the world. North Africa's solar giants and export ambitions. In Morocco, the ambitious Noor Midelt solar complex is reshaping renewable energy conversation far beyond Africa's borders. Planned to deliver 3.6 to 6 gigawatts of firm power to Britain via thousands of kilometers of undersea cables, this project reflects the boldness of Africa-Europe power connections. Although the UK government paused support in 2025, the detailed engineering and financing plans behind Midelt have already sparked important discussions about future power corridors from North Africa to Europe. Meanwhile, just down the coast in Egypt, the Ben Bon Solar Park is growing even larger, pushing the continent's solar capabilities forward. Located near Aswan, it spans nearly 37 square kilometers of desert and already ranks among the largest solar installations on the planet. By 2027, its expansion will push total capacity beyond 2 gigawatts. What's remarkable about Ben Bon isn't just its size, it's also a beacon of collaboration and innovation. Dozens of international companies have invested alongside development banks to reduce risks and speed construction. The resulting blueprint now influences renewable energy projects across Africa and the Middle East. East Africa's geothermal renaissance. Shifting to East Africa, Kenya's geothermal sector is quietly powering a low-carbon revolution. The Menengai Geothermal Complex, set to be fully operational by mid-2026, is expected to inject 105 megawatts into the grid across 3 stages. This pushes Kenya past the 1 gigawatt milestone for geothermal power. What sets Menengai apart is its innovative public-private partnership. The Kenyan Geothermal Development Company handles drilling and steam supply, while private partners build and run the plants. Backed by the African Development Bank, this model creates a bankable path for reliable baseload renewable energy. By replacing costly diesel peaker plants, it strengthens Kenya's green backbone well through 2030. Nestled inside a volcanic caldera along the Rift Valley, this field holds an estimated 1,600 megawatts of geothermal potential, a vast reservoir of clean, constant energy. Hydropower and regional connectivity in Central and West Africa. Hydropower continues to be a cornerstone of Africa's electric future, with projects like Nigeria's colossal Mambilla hydropower station. This $25 billion endeavor, aiming for commercial operation around 2029, is designed as a game-changer. The ambitious plan spans several West African nations, connecting gas and electric grids to regional industries and European markets via Morocco. Further south, Tanzania's Julius Nyerere hydropower plant stands as one of Africa's largest hydropower assets, now generating over 2,100 megawatts. Completed in early 2025, it moves Tanzania from power scarcity to export surplus, igniting ambitions for regional trade through expanded transmission lines toward Zambia and Zimbabwe. Nearby, the Batoka Gorge project on the Zambezi River promises another 2,400 megawatts for Zambia and Zimbabwe. With twin underground stations towering behind a massive dam, it is expected to stabilize power supplies across southern Africa, especially during droughts that cripple smaller hydro plants. Green hydrogen, Africa's next energy export. A new frontier shaping Africa's energy future is green hydrogen, the clean, zero-carbon fuel poised to decarbonize heavy industries worldwide. Namibia's flagship $10 billion project in Luderitz exemplifies this trend, harnessing 7 gigawatts of renewable energy to produce millions of tons of green ammonia annually. Phase 1 is expected to start production by the end of 2028, with full build-out by 2030. Mauritania is taking green hydrogen even further with the $40 billion AAN platform, targeting 30 gigawatts of wind and solar capacity along its windswept coast. Once operational near the end of the decade, it could become a global anchor for green steel, ammonia, and hydrogen exports. Egypt's Suez Canal Economic Zone is evolving into a cluster of sprawling hydrogen projects, luring over $40 billion in investments, modernizing grids and stabilizing supply. Beyond generation, Africa is investing heavily in the transmission infrastructure that ties these megaprojects together. Mozambique's 450-megawatt Central Tumerica gas-to-power plant pairs with a 563-kilometer high-voltage transmission spine, stabilizing supply and enabling exports through the Southern African Power Pool. Despite logistical delays, commercial operation is on track for late 2026. South Africa's multi-billion-dollar grid overhaul focuses on new transmission lines connecting abundant wind and solar resources to demand hubs. By 2026, over 1,000 kilometers of high-voltage lines will ease grid bottlenecks, paving the way for private investments and early-stage green hydrogen corridors. Nuclear energy, Africa's quiet revolution. While renewables dominate headlines, nuclear power is quietly stepping up in Africa. South Africa's aging Coburg plant is being upgraded, promising decades more of steady, reliable electricity. Meanwhile, Rwanda and Ghana are exploring small modular reactors, SMRs, as a clean and flexible option to expand capacity. Why nuclear? Because it offers power that's always on, 24 hours, 7 days a week, with a capacity factor around 90%. Fewer blackouts mean industries can run smoothly. Plus, nuclear emissions are on par with wind, but without the intermittency. This means cleaner air and fewer diesel generators humming in cities and factories. There are more benefits. Stable prices shield families and businesses from fuel price shocks. Nuclear plants create high-skilled jobs, technicians, engineers, welders, all crucial for long-term development. And the heat from nuclear reactors can support other needs like water desalination and green hydrogen production. Looking ahead, Africa's energy future. When we step back, what do all these projects together reveal? Africa isn't just adding a handful of power plants, it's laying the groundwork for a complete energy economy transformation. Solar turning deserts into power hubs, hydro unlocking rivers long left untouched, wind farms catching coastal breezes that can fuel entire cities, green hydrogen plants readying Africa to supply clean fuels to the world, grid expansions knitting countries closer together and smoothing electricity flow, all backed by billions in investment and bold policies. And most importantly, this isn't about just generating electricity. It's about creating jobs, boosting manufacturing, attracting global partnerships, and opening new avenues for trade and influence. We're witnessing the quiet rise of a continent reshaping its future through energy, proving that Africa's power crisis is truly not the end, but the dawn of a new, electrified chapter.